Hey friends, here we have a timesheet in which we have employee names, time in and time out. In this timesheet we need to find out two things, salary hours and our time hours for all employees. To find out salary hours and our time hours, here we have some basic information available and the criteria to find out salary hours and our time hours. The basic information available to us is that duty starts at 8 o'clock and duty ends at 17 o'clock, meaning these two or this duration is the regular working hours from 8 o'clock till 17 o'clock. The criteria to find out salary hours is that salary hours calculation must be between 8 o'clock and 17 o'clock, meaning any work done between these normal working hours will only be the part of salary hours, and any work done before 8 o'clock and after 17 o'clock will not be part of salary hours. Instead it will be part of our time hours. As you can see here, our time hours before 8 o'clock and after 17 o'clock, meaning to find out salary hours we need to restrict our calculation between these 2 hours from 8 o'clock till 17 o'clock. So let's see how we can find out salary hours and our time hours with this criteria. As we said, to find out salary hours we need to restrict our calculation from 8 o'clock till 17 o'clock, meaning we need to start our calculation from 8 o'clock. We need to take our time in 8 o'clock. We will not be concerned about that how many hours any employee has worked before 8 o'clock. For example, in this case of employee A, you can see here time in is on 7:20, but we will not be considered about 7:20. We will take 8 o'clock. So we will find here the actual time in we need to take or we need to use for each employee to find out our salary hours calculation. We will use here if formula, equal sign, if function, and in if function what test or what logical test we will use if time in is smaller than 8 o'clock. If time in is smaller than 8 o'clock, we don't need to use this. We need to use this 8 o'clock because we need to start our calculation from 8 o'clock. We are not concerned about that how many hours or how much time any employee has worked before 8 o'clock, because we are going to calculate salary hours. So if time in is smaller than 8 o'clock, then we will use 8 o'clock here, comma. Otherwise what we will use, if this time in is not smaller than 8 o'clock, then we need to use this actual time in, close parenthesis, press enter, and here we go. You can see here in this case this employee has started working on 7:20, but still we will use 8 o'clock in our salary hours calculation. I will just log this J5 cell. I will press enter and then I will just drag it down to find out for all employees that what time in we need to use. You can see here for this employee started working on 10:20. We will still be using 10:20 as time in because this is not started before 8 o'clock. And as we need to start our calculation from 8 o'clock, not before 8 o'clock, it is already after 8 o'clock, not before 8 o'clock. So this is the time in that we need to use in salary hours calculation. The same as we calculated here, the actual time in that we need to use in our salary hours calculation, we will find here the actual time out that we need to use in our salary calculation. As we said, we need to stop our working on 17 o'clock. For example, this employee, you can see here, this employee A, time out on 18:10, but still we will be using 17 o'clock because we will not go after 17 o'clock because we need to restrict our calculation on 17 o'clock. So let's start. We will use here if function if this timeout is greater than this 17 o'clock. Just a minute. If this timeout is greater than 17 o'clock, comma, we need to use this 17 o'clock as timeout. Otherwise, comma again, otherwise, you can see here if value is false, then meaning if this timeout is not greater than this 17 o'clock, then we need to use this timeout. Close parenthesis, press enter, and you can see here we will be using timeout as 17 o'clock. Again, I will just log this J6 cell here, press enter, and now I will just drag it down to find out what timeout we need to use for all employees to calculate salary hours. And you can see here, for example, for this employee, timeout on 17:45, but still we will be using timeout 17 o'clock, because extra 45 minutes after 17 o'clock is part of our time hours, it's not part of salary hours. So what we will do to find out salary hours, we will simply use timeout that we have been calculated here minus time in, press enter, and we will just simply drag it down. And here we go, for all employees these are the salary hours. We can, instead of using these two extra columns, we can simply copy these formulas and can use here in this column. For example, for timeout, we will just copy this function of timeout and we will just simply paste it here. And for time in, as we need to minus timeout from time in, we will just copy this formula for time in and we will subtract or minus from this formula of timeout, and we will just drag it down. And you can see here in this column we have been used timeout formula, time in formula, and we have been calculated salary hours. And I will just delete these values from here because these extra columns used to calculate time in and time out just for you people, to make it easy for you people to understand. So I will just delete it. Now we need to find out our time hours. As we have here, the criteria for our time hours is that before 8 o'clock and after 17 o'clock, meaning any work done before 8 o'clock plus any work done after 17 o'clock will be the our time hours. So we need to find out for every employee. Here we will find out that how much time every employee worked before 8 o'clock, and here we will find that how many hours every employee worked after 17 o'clock. So here we will use if function. If this time in is smaller than 8 o'clock, then, because you can see here, if an employee time in before 8 o'clock, then the our time hours will be before 8 o'clock, right? So if time in is smaller than 8 o'clock, then what we need to do, then we want to just check out that how much is the difference between 8 o'clock and the time in. So we will just minus 8 o'clock, this cell minus the time in. Otherwise, comma, if value is false, meaning if this time in is not smaller than 8 o'clock, meaning if it is equal to 8 o'clock or greater than 8 o'clock, then there will be no overtime from time in side, right? So we will just simply put here 0, press enter, and here we go. You can see here simply because this employee started working on 7:20, so difference between 8 o'clock and 7:20 is 40 minutes. So I will just again lock this J5 cell. I will just drag it down, and here we go. You can see here for this employee, for example, this employee time in did time in on 9:10. So there is no overtime before 8 o'clock, right? Because this employee started working on 9:10. So overtime is only before 8 o'clock and after 17 o'clock. So here we will find out overtime after 17 o'clock. Now again here we will use if function to find out that how many hours any employee worked after 17 o'clock. What we will do, we will just use if this time out is greater than 17 o'clock, then there will be overtime after 17 o'clock, right? If this timeout, actual timeout, is greater than 17 o'clock, then what we want to do, we want to find out that what is difference between this actual timeout minus 17 o'clock. Otherwise, if value is false, then meaning if timeout is not greater than 17 o'clock, then what we want to do, we want to use here 0, because if the timeout is equal to 17 o'clock or any employee did timeout before 17 o'clock, obviously there will be no overtime, right? So I will press enter. Again I will just lock here J6 cell and simply I will just drag it down, and here we go. You can see here these are the work done before 8 o'clock and these are our time hours work done after 17 o'clock for each employee. So total overtime obviously will be the overtime before 8 o'clock plus overtime after 17 o'clock. Press enter and here we go. I will just simply drag it down, and this is the overtime for each employee. In place of using these two different columns or these two additional columns, we can simply use these both formulas here and add up, because we just added these two columns for you people to make it easy for you to understand. So what I will do, I will just copy this formula, I will paste it here, and then this formula I will just copy it from here and I will add to this formula, and here we go. I will just drag it down, and now we don't need these two additional columns, and here we go. Now our timesheet is complete. So friends, that's all. If you like this video, please don't forget to give thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel Microsoft Office Tutorials, and also don't forget to press bell icon button. Also don't forget to share this knowledge with your friends. See you in next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.